Can Bitcoin hit $500,000 per coin? To some, this sounds impossible. To others, it's only a matter of time. Today, I'm going to break down the facts, the drivers, and the risks. So by the end of this video, you'll have a clearer answer. Is $500,000 Bitcoin realistic, or is that just a hype? Hi, I'm Dr. Kushan, an international leadership and finance, management and finance consultant and trainer. Over the last 3 decades, I worked in 11 countries, conducted programs for more than 200 organizations, and trained over 10,000 participants. Since 2017, I've been focusing on Bitcoin as well. I've seen the highs and the crashes and the cycles that keep surprising even the experts. Let me tell you, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. But I sincerely hope this video will help you to understand more about Bitcoin. Why this matters? Bitcoin has already outperformed every major asset in the last decade. More institutions and even governments are starting to recognize its role. If Bitcoin reaches $500,000, it will not only benefit investors, but it could reshape the global financial system. What you will gain today? You will gain you will gain the confidence to cut through hype and fear about Bitcoin. Financially, you will gain insights into whether Bitcoin can reach $500,000 and when could that happen, so that you can be prepared for it. Main content. Let me tell you the key concepts. Key point number 1, the scarcity effect. Halving and supply. Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million coins. Unlike fiat money, which can be printed endlessly. Every 4 years, the Bitcoin halving cuts new supply in half. The last one was in 2024 April. And historically, the year following a halving has seen explosive growth. Now, in 2025, according to many analysts, between now and December, the peak will come. And according to some analysts, it may even be 2026 when the peak will come. After the 2016 halving, Bitcoin went from around $600 to nearly $20,000 in 2017. After 2020 halving, it went from 9,000 to over 60,000 in 2021. If demand continues rising while supply shrinks, the math points to higher prices, potentially hundreds of thousands per Bitcoin. Key point number 2, institution adoption and ETF. The launches of US ETFs in 2023, Bitcoin ETFs in 2024 marked a turning point. For the first time, billions in institutional money could flow into Bitcoin easily. Pension funds, hedge funds, and even some governments are exploring Bitcoin as a reserve asset. For example, if just 5% of global institutional wealth shifts into Bitcoin, the price could push well into the hundreds of thousands. Already, Bitcoin in 2025 September, Bitcoin is about $120,000. Practical takeaway. As adoption grows, Bitcoin could move from a speculative asset to a core part of global finance. In many countries, they are really focusing on Bitcoin. Keep Point number 3, the risk and what could go wrong. Some governments may tighten regulations, slowing adaptation in some countries. But to tell you very frankly, only about 3% of the world's population has invested in any Bitcoin up to now. So the potential for growth is very, very high. Volatility will of course be there. Even if Bitcoin heads to 500,000 K, it won't move in a straight line. Not all countries or institutions will embrace it quickly. But let me tell you that countries which embrace quickly will be at an advantage. In 2021-22, Bitcoin dropped from 69,000 to almost $15,500, testing the patience of investors. Practical takeaway from this is become a long-term investor. Conviction is what matters. Avoid emotional decisions. Systematically investing like dollar cost averaging or DCA helps to ride out volatility. It's good to remember that anyone who held Bitcoin for 4 years has never lost money. In conclusion, to reinforce key lessons, let's recap. Bitcoin scarcity and halving create powerful upward pressure on Bitcoin, on the price. Institutional adaptation and ETFs could bring in trillions of new demand. Risk remain, regulation and volatility, and also global hesitation. But history shows that Bitcoin keeps bouncing back even stronger. So can Bitcoin hit 500,000 in this cycle or the next cycle? The answer, in my opinion, is yes, it's quite possible if adaptation continues on its current path. Why this matters to you? Personally, you will have the clarity to stay focused instead of panicking. And if you have not focused on Bitcoin yet, my sincere request to you is start focusing on Bitcoin. Start studying about Bitcoin and become a gradual investor. Financially, you will understand how to position yourself for Bitcoin's long-term growth. Let me remind you that I am not a financial advisor, so any investments have to be done through your own research. I would like to hear from you. Do you think Bitcoin will reach 500,000 in this decade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with friends and your loved ones. Let's meet next week to keep on sharing about Bitcoin management and wealth building. Thank you.